Before we get started, I just want to take a second to thank each and every one of you for helping to make 2021 my best YouTube year ever. Whether you're a patron, a returning subscriber, or a new face, none of this would be possible without you. If you like what I'm doing here, be sure to leave a like and a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe as well, and hit that bell so you always know when I'm dropping something else. Earlier this year, I made a video talking about how I was done with Disney Lucasfilm, how I couldn't in good conscience support them going forward, knowing how they treat their employees, their actors, in particular Gina Carano, after seeing Disney unceremoniously cut her loose, while at the same time supporting authors and writers for their High Republic series who were being open bigots to people on social media. I just decided I couldn't support them anymore. My emotional investment in the current era of Star Wars is practically non-existent, and save for a few moments of brief curiosity, I haven't watched any new Star Wars content all year. This is not me telling anyone what they have to do, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And I'm telling you this because it seems that the time has come for me, yet again, to revoke my support from a giant corporation of entertainment due to their treatment of either their employees, the people who create for them, or in this case, the community of fans that supports them. I've beaten around the bush enough. This video is regarding the YouTuber by the name of TotallyNotMark, who earlier this week had over 150 videos of his copyright claimed by Toei Animation. So no one can view them, no one can watch them right now, and has cut off any revenue that he would have accrued from people watching those videos. For those of you who don't know, TotallyNotMark is a YouTuber who covers all types of entertainment media, but mainly focuses on anime and manga, and particularly got his start covering a lot of Dragon Ball related content. He's covered fight scenes, he's done comparisons from the way certain scenes were done in dub versus sub, different versions of dubs. He's also done some blind reviews for various anime and manga series. Particularly, I was really intrigued by his deep dive into the Berserk series following the unfortunate passing of mangaka Kentaro Miura, and that actually got me to pick up Berserk. I'm also really enjoying his JoJo series right now as I'm doing my own watch through of JoJo. And I definitely recommend that everyone, one, go subscribe to TotallyNotMark right now if you have not already done so. And two, go check out his other work. He is well known for his Dragon Ball related content, but really, he's one of those creators who I'm pretty much just going to watch anything he does. He did a video a week ago, I want to say, covering the Sam Raimi Spider-Man series, and I think he's going to do these for every installation of Spider-Man movies, in preparation for Spider-Man No Way Home. And just in general, he always comes off as someone who is very humble, very appreciative for the audience and platform he has. He's never been caught up in any drama as far as I know. He just comes off as a very stand-up guy, and he's taken his platform from being just another person who is reviewing anime content, which, definitely no shade on that regard, because I love anime, so of course I'm going to watch that. But he's taken that and he's parlayed that into an entire career. The man has an entire team working with him to produce some of the highest quality content that you're going to find on YouTube, anime related or otherwise. It pains me to see him go through this, all because some butt nugget in the Toei legal team decided that they want to copyright claim anything covering their material. Because they also claimed all his One Piece videos too. They put the copyright claim on it, so that's less viewership for his channel overall, and all his videos do like crazy numbers. Like every one of them easily will hit hundreds of thousands of views. So you just do the math on that. And he has several videos that have gone into the millions of viewerships. Right now, he's sitting at 643,000 subs. These aren't videos that were just left in the dust. I watched one of his earliest videos just a couple weeks ago. That thing had comments on it that were as new as a month ago. And that video is at least 3 to 4 years old. So it's not like he's just putting this stuff out. It does good for while it's popular and then it just goes poo poo. No, the stuff is consistently bringing in more people, And the fact that he's covering things that is making people who already like Dragon Ball like it more. And it's also making people who didn't know about these properties go check them out. He's either reviewing them or he had redraw videos where he and his team would redraw certain scenes and characters. He would like do Dragon Ball Super characters in the DBZ 90s style art and stuff like that. So things that no reasonable minded adult would look at and say, oh yeah, they're definitely breaching some sort of terms of service. We definitely need to take that down. And he's a smart man. He knows how to cover content in a way that's not going to breach the fair use clause. He and Editor-san go to great lengths to make sure they're not using too much live footage from anything that's in animation. And after talking with my friend Goichi Monji, who's also my one of my artists, he clued me in that Toei's actually been doing stuff like this, and other studios have been doing stuff like this for a while. We've all heard of some big name entertainment company claiming something that definitely should not be claimed, something that definitely falls under fair use just because they can, either because they're greedy or they're petty or both. Okay, so I'm not saying this as if it's news and I didn't know what was going on. I did. But he has been a positive force in the YouTube community, the anime community. He has things like his Anatomy of Anime video series where he would talk about, what makes this character special, why this character was done wrong. And it's helping people like me who are just now getting our feet wet when it comes to producing our own original works. It's helping us to learn, hey, here's how we make a character super likable, super memorable, or super menacing, or super impactful, or super tragic. It's not taking no money out of their pocket. Again, it's not like he's uploading whole episodes or whole movies or anything. Usually, when he includes animated footage, if you splice it all together from the way it's cut up in his videos, you maybe, on his longest videos, get a grand total of like 5 minutes of combined footage. And what infuriates me even more than Toei being on some BS with this regard is YouTube itself. YouTube should have checks and balances in place to prevent people from doing this stuff. And yet, here we are, the year of our Lord 2021, almost over too. Thank you, Jesus. With YouTube, the biggest video creation site in internet history, which also has the most easily abused flagging system in history. In fact, their system works in favor of the people doing the claiming. The process basically looks like this.
When a video is claimed, I am given the option right away to dispute that claim. And when I dispute it, the claimant, in this case Toei, has 30 days to respond with their decision. That's right. The company that put the claim there in the first place with no incentive to be honest or thorough in this instance gets to decide the legitimacy of my dispute. Naturally, this gets denied, and that often takes as many as 30 days. After that, we move on to the second step. Remember, this is still just for one video, and this second step is called counterclaim. When I submit a counterclaim, YouTube once again gives Toei ample time to review for another 30 days, during which they again get to decide whether or not my claim is valid, and when they inevitably and arbitrarily decide that it's not, my channel then gets a strike. Which brings us to the last step, counter notifications. This is the phase where YouTube gets directly involved and we enter the legal arena. Once I submit this counter notification, effectively alerting Toei of my desire to bring them to court, they have 15 days to respond, and here's the kicker, they never respond. And by default, my video gets reinstated, which means they claimed my video, prevented me from taking that revenue, killed its momentum, and put me under a tremendous amount of stress for effectively nothing.
And you gotta think about this. Someone like Mark, this is not some little pookie production YouTube channel like mine with, just under 2,000 subs. This man has well over 500,000 subs. He has several videos that have over 1 million views. All of his videos have crazy good engagement on them. And all this, by the way, is explained in much more succinct detail in Mark's own video regarding this. That'll be linked below. But what is YouTube doing in this? They just sit on their ass. They just sit on their ass, don't do nothing, don't get involved. I swear to all that is holy the day something rises up that can dethrone YouTube as a video creation platform will be the happiest day of my freaking life. Okay, YouTube used to be broadcast yourself. That literally was its tagline back in the day. Back when we could DM people and friend folks and attach response videos to the video we were responding to. That was the glorious days of YouTube. Oh, but those are long gone. Then Big Daddy Google came in like 2012, bought everything and was like, yeah, nah, we don't need all this no more. And it's only gotten worse. It's moved from broadcast yourself to broadcast us and what we say that you can broadcast, but really still just broadcast us, but then also don't broadcast us or else someone could copyright claim you and we're not going to do anything to help you get your content back. And it honestly is super, super, super disheartening. Totally Not Mark is definitely one of those people, and I'm not pretending to actually know the man personally, but he just seems like a stand-up guy who just wants to make content about these stories that have meant so much to him in his life, and he wants to share that with the world. And the way he does it and the stuff he covers has resonated so deeply with people that he used that to make a whole career. Now he can take care of his family, he can employ other people. He's doing what he loves. He was living the dream until a week ago. The only way around that would be if YouTube got off its ass, looked at what was happening and said, this ain't right. And YouTube don't care. So I guess that leaves us in a position of what do we do now? How can we support Mark? That's my immediate next question. After I found out what was happening, that was my first question. How can I support him? Well, the first thing that comes up is, do we continue to support Toei? Personally, I can't. I'm not telling anybody else what to do, but the fact that this has been happening multiple times, even for Mark, and this particular incident happened days ago, and there has not been any action on Toei's part. That tells me that they just don't care. I don't think Toei said anything yet, or maybe they had, because he did say on a community post earlier that he got some good and not so good news regarding the situation. So this may change by the time this video goes up, but as of my recording of this, nothing has been said and released publicly on Toei's part. Nothing has been done on YouTube's part. So I can't support Toei no more. And this is not to rally and sort of be like, oh, well, we have to take Toei down by boycotting. Because realistically, unless millions of people across the world did this, it probably wouldn't have a huge impact. That's just the unfortunate truth when you have juggernauts like this. It's like the folks who say we all need to cancel our Disney Plus accounts because of, the way Disney Lucasfilm has done stuff and just Disney in general. If you individually feel by revoking financial support for something, that's completely fine. I agree with that. Hell, I just said that's what I'm doing. But acting like that's what everyone has to do or else they're quote unquote part of the problem, I don't agree with that. But I do believe in standing in solidarity with people. I'm definitely standing with Mark on this one. Another thing we can do, which I believe is the more appropriate response to this, what you can do that will directly help Mark is go to his channel, check out some stuff, turn that ad block off. Okay, make sure your ad block is off. Leave some comments, share it around, help make up for this loss. And at the end of the day, he just deserves it because he's one of the dopest creators on this website. It really pains me to see this happening to people, especially folks who are just stand-up individuals. He's not out here being petty. He's not stirring up drama. He's not dunking on nobody. He's just doing his own thing and loving it and enjoying doing it with other people. That just is not right. So I've pretty much said all I had to say about this matter. My thoughts are with you, Totally Not Mark. I really hope this whole thing gets resolved quickly. And to everybody else, man, just say an encouraging word or something, man, because he needs it. He needs all the support he can get right now. So that's going to be all for me today. Thank y'all for watching and listening. I'm Animane, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.